Well, it's the next day. I'm going to wear the same clothes because I'm going to be doing the same thing, getting muddy and dirty. Um, our help, well, he had other things he had to take care of that was more important, which is fine. But at least I have the wife here, and you'll see her later on. So in the meantime, I got to go ahead and move the truck, get it out of here. It's still windy. We got 10 to 15, 20 mile an hour winds. And again, I don't want the plastic shards from the buckets to be blowing all over the place because we do get chickens that get out, and I don't want them to swallow that stuff just in case. But I also like to, keep things clean. And I need to also get my, what we call the farm vehicle, the quad and the trailer. So I'm gonna get that stuff ready. Well, we have some buckets that have a ton of mold in it. We don't, want to chance it. So we got to take them and get them washed out, get the water turned on in the backyard and do all that stuff. But the only ones that we have left are the gray ones. They're ready. Well, while I was putting the blue buckets over there around the manure, my wife went like a mad dog and just drill, got everything cleaned up and got everything ready. And then I was over there where she's at. And I was rinsing off all those buckets, getting them all ready to dry out and getting the mold and stuff out of them. So from this point, I'm going to set it up over there as we fill things up because it's just so windy out there that you're not going to hear us anyways. And I'm not going to try the mics because I don't want to have to worry about not having any sound. So we'll see you out there. potatoes because she's going to keep adding to it. But right now, everything's spread out and set up for hopefully helping us because of the wind. When we get ready to roll out that mesh over here, the weed barrier that we have over in this area, I will be able to put it down as a holder, This section here veers. Everything was an add-on, so nothing here straight. Kind of like the house. But we did pretty good from that point on. So this first row is going to be a challenge, I think, just like my wife said to me in the office. I will just go straight, then overlap it, and then cut it, and then go straight from there, and then overlap it quite a bit, so we can just do straight runs from that point on. All these tall buckets are going to be for the potatoes. All the shorter, and possibly, get out of the wind, and possibly some of these blue buckets as well. And some of these blue buckets actually go inside there too to replace the poles and all that. But before we get this weed barrier down, I got to get all of my irrigation system done, my drip system done. And I'm still waiting for the tree wraps to do that. So hopefully it comes today or tomorrow. We'll see. So that's a lot of work. She's over there doing something. Oh, that's right. I tried the wicking system, like this other gentleman, older gentleman that's very popular. I don't know his name right now, but it didn't work for us. So she's going through and drilling everything out right now, so it'll on the side, so it'll wick out or seep out. Tired. That hurts. And we got one of these gray barrels that's split down the side. I'm gonna see if I can weld it with little metal welding bent over pieces, where you heat up an iron and melt it in there. If not, I'll throw it away. So we're gonna try our hand at doing this one roll, see what happens. Yep, been working on getting home. The wife and I both been sitting here. We had some friends show up, or her friends. They're people I've met and seen give information at the Okie Homestead. We went to their house to buy some trees, and now they're coming to our house to buy some roosters, because evidently the news that's out there is that it's a mandatory thing now to vaccinate all chickens. And I guess this is from all the hatcheries and stuff that we buy from. So we do have, just a couple of days ago, we put 41 eggs in our incubator and start the cycle and keep it here because we don't vaccinate them. Some of you guys might, but you know what? The only vaccinations I've gotten were the ones I got when I was a kid in school. Other than that, no, not even the flu shot. Well, I had the flu shot twice, and here's what happened. Was at home. This was in a previous relationship. Was at home, not working at the time because, it was winter time and it was slow season for us doing HVAC. And the wife and kids were going to go get the flu shot. So they go, why don't you come get it with me? With us, too. And I'm going, peer pressure. So I went with them, got the flu shot. I was sick for like 7 days. I'm going, I don't get sick that often, Out here I do because the weather changes so much. But, anyways, plus I'm working a lot of hours too. Then, so many years later, I think like 8 or 9 years later it was, working at my dad's office, being a project manager for him, because I shut down my business for a little bit. I got tired of it, sometimes it's just, you need a break, you need a change. Anyway, so I went to go work for him, and he had a nurse show up, giving everybody flu shots. Again, peer pressure. I told him, last time I had it, which was however many years ago it was, I got sick. Sure enough, I got the flu shot. I was down for 10 days. It's like, you know, and I haven't had it since then. And then when all this stuff happened in 2020, nah, I'm good. And I feel the same way with animals as well. As, you know, if you look at how many babies get vaccinated, all the stuff that they're pumped in, man. I mean, take the time. But anyways, that's a whole different story. But since the birds are getting the shots, it's mandatory from what they're saying. I'll have to get a hold of the hatcheries that I wanted to buy from, because I wanted to start breeding down the road, and we'll see what happens, you know. But if it's true, well, I'm not going to do that then. But yeah, we got our own chickens, and they came and got 3 roosters. Took our blue. It was a beautiful bird. And I'm going to say, yeah, I got all these ones here to do. And we're probably going to wait until after 5 o'clock or so. Go ahead and eat. Because if you look at my thing right here, it's saying the wind's going to stop. So I'm going, I'll just take a break, go eat dinner, and come back out since it's daylight savings time. And then tomorrow, not supposed to be any wind. Today is bad. You know, we'll get 20 to 30 mile an hour winds. So take a little time, get all these little pins set up and ready. And let's see how it works out after dinner. Well, the wind is still blowing. The pieces that I'm waiting for came in. I went with the tan. It kind of blends in with the trees. They have white, dark green, tan. And I'm not sure if there's another color or not, but I thought the tan made it so I'd blend in with the color of the tree, so you couldn't really see it. So the wife is on the phone doing her thing. She decided to go ahead and get these things rocking and rolling. I had to take a break. My left hip pain level is at 12. Right hip between 7 and 8. And I don't know why the right hip hurts, because it's been replaced. It's all metal. Hopefully it's just muscle. But they don't last that long. You know, 7, 10 years. And I got this done in 10 years ago. 10, maybe 12. Either 2011 or 2013. I can't remember. So, I'm going to go ahead and attempt to get some of this weed barrier down. I'm going to see what we got going on here with the wind. It's supposed to let up, but it's not as strong, but it's supposed to let up. It's not where I'd like it to be. tell you, that wind is a pain. I could have sworn I kept straightening it out, and then I look up, it's like moved over, or maybe I wasn't moving enough. I don't know. I was starting to get frustrated though. But at least it's straight enough. It looks good for my house because my house is over there. I don't need to look at this. But it's pretty straight. We're not measuring, but I'm trying to eyeball it. And unfortunately, we had to overlap over here quite a bit. So now, instead of stapling this side down, now I can go ahead and just move all my totes, since I've got it stretched out. Move them, and then I can roll on, you know, on that 1 foot mark. I think it's 1 foot. Maybe. That's a 13 boot, so my line will start right here then. And I'll just staple it down there. Just like we did here, stitch it. And then repeat. And when I get to these guys, I'll have to overlap, come in this way here, overlap it, so I can cut right in that area. It's going to be a pain too if the wind's blowing. And I'll watch the wind blow from the west or the east. It really messed me up. If it's blowing from the south, I'll stitch this side so it automatically lays over. If it's blowing from the north, I'll stitch this side so it's laying over. Or tack it, not stitch it. So, we did it. That's a lot of work. For someone who's almost 60. And who's almost 61.
I'm not almost 60.
A couple more years.
And a couple more months.
All right. We're going on to part 3, y'all. Be well, be blessed.